Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today we continue our Kerbin-Duna Express mission / commercial flight, and now we are launching our first passenger, Jebediah Kerman. He shall fly to Duna in this craft, there dock with the orbital station, refuel, use the special lander to land on Duna, and then return home in the same craft. Everything is completely reusable and nothing will be wasted, not a single part. If proven successful, such missions can be organized to all bodies in the Kerbin system, progressing our space program and exploration even further. So, currently we are gaining altitude and speed. Everything is going according to the plan. Let's speed it up a little bit, because we've already seen this launch a couple of times. So, we are approaching 20,000 meters and our horizontal speed is approaching 1 kilometer. Everything seems to be going pretty good. Speed is rising, altitude is rising, everything is going perfect. All we have to do now is get into the orbit and connect with the refueling vessel which is waiting for us there, and we will be able to continue on our journey. Between this episode and previous one, I was trying to find some more information on SSTO crafts, and it appears that at our current level of technology we are unable to create something similar to the Kerbal Space Program, and SSTOs are unfortunately out of our reach for now. But there are developments happening in this sector. For example, the Rapier engine, which we are using in Kerbal Space Program, is being modeled on the experimental engine which is currently being developed. The engine, which can be used both in atmosphere as a jet engine and in vacuum as a rocket engine. I think it's very interesting development, which hopefully will allow us to launch things into orbit much cheaper than it is now, and will propel exploration of space by real humans, not the Kerbonauts, into something better. But unfortunately, the main problem with this development is, as always, money. We spent so much money on things like warfare and generally ideas how to kill other humans, and we literally almost forgotten that we really wanted to go to space. And we really wanted to go to space only some 30-40 years ago. If we take budget data for national space agencies for last half century, they literally plummeted down into oblivion and can't be even compared to budgets of, let's say, 70s or 60s. As soon as human landed on the moon, everybody suddenly forgot that there are other planets, and we really wanted to go there. Really wanted to go to Mars and to its satellites, to the moons of Jupiter. But for some reason, we decided that it's not a viable goal for now. Apparently, fighting for fossil fuels rather than developing space technology is more profitable. What a shame. But let's not think pessimistic. Let's be optimists. In a couple of recent years, USA started to outsource space development to private sector, and the companies such as SpaceX gained a lot of publicity with their spacecraft, especially the Dragon X, I think it's called, spacecraft, which was already used to get resources to the ISS, and in future which will be used to get astronauts there. Dragon X promises to be fully reusable and will lower launch costs of 1 ton of payload into lower Earth orbit to something very, very low compared to current costs. It is also going to break current monopoly of Russia on delivering astronauts to the ISS, and I think some healthy competition is always good. It never hurt anyone when you have to actually compete for your market and not just take it as granted and think, I don't need to do anything. We are going to get the business anyway. Nobody else is doing it. So hopefully it is going to work out and SpaceX will be able to continue their development into the more heavier launchers. One of them, as I understand, is planned for use for lunar launchers or lunar launches. Lunar launches happen in Kerbal Space Program and lunar launches happen on Earth. So yeah, lunar. According to different sources, various nations plan to get back to the moon around 2020 or 2030, which is going to be interesting. And it is not going to be too far away, even if we take number in between, it is going to happen only in 10 years. And who knows what kinds of developments will happen before then. If we consider that only in last 20 years personal computers became not only usual but in most cases necessary part of our daily lives and became many times more powerful than you could have ever imagined, what will happen in next 10 years? According to some futurologists and scientists, it is possible that we are heading towards so-called technological singularity, or the point at which we will develop literally the last technology, the AI, which will be able to create better version of itself. And because it will be so advanced, it will do so at very high speed. So you will literally get new technologies faster than we will be able to implement them. Of course, as always, there are people who are afraid of the future and possible changes which will it bring. And I have to agree, some of the arguments are sound. Uncontrollable technology can do much harm, but every kind of technology can be used for either bad or good. We can even take the very simple example. Atomic fission. We can create nuclear bombs with it, but we can also create very powerful nuclear reactors which produce power for millions of people around the globe. same technology, basic principle, is being used in X-ray devices. It's not exactly the same, but underlying science which was used is based on their radioactivity. If nobody would have studied it, we wouldn't have many things. And even your usual old style TV with cathode ray tube will not be possible. So, in the end, yes, there are issues and difficulties with any new technology, but there are also promises of better future and better life for all of us. And I guess better life for all of us outweighs the difficulties and the dangers. If we were not bold and tried new things, we wouldn't have gone where we are now. We wouldn't have many of technologies, and we will be still stuck in dark ages living in caves, and I won't be able to do this video for you. So in the end, I believe that any kind of technological progress can be only good. If you have other opinion, or if you agree with me, or maybe your ideas are totally different from mine and are different from my counter-arguments, so leave them in the comments below. I would really like to read them. But for now, I have to say that it is that time where I have to say thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike, and comment this video in the section below. My name is Darlock, and I will see you in the next episode, where we will land this vehicle on Duna and then return Jebediah home. Goodbye.